Think the Great Wall was China's biggest flex? Think again. What you're about to witness makes even that ancient wonder feel like a warm-up. Because this isn't just big. This is nation redefining, continent shifting, physics defying mega. We're talking about $500 billion worth of ambition poured into concrete, steel, tunnels, towers, and entire cities ripped from the mountainside. These are the kinds of projects that make you question if you're still on Earth, or if China accidentally built the set for a sci-fi movie. Underwater highways, bridges that laugh in the face of oceans, airports that feel like they came from the year 2100, and high-speed trains so fast they make planes nervous. So if you're ready to see the impossible get penciled into blueprints and then turn into reality at blistering speed, you're in the right place. Buckle up, because we're about to take you on a 14-stop ride to the most jaw-dropping megaprojects ever conceived, and every one of them is 100% real. And if you're into the kind of engineering that bends physics and budgets, hit subscribe now, because we're just getting started. Number 1, Lanzhou New Area. When most countries run short of land for development, they start building upward, constructing skyscrapers that pierce the clouds. China, however, takes a more direct approach. If the land isn't flat enough, simply move mountains out of the way. The poster child of this mountain flattening madness is a Lanzhou New Area. Engineers literally bulldoze over 700 hills, shifting more than 700 million cubic meters of earth to create flat expanses suitable for an entirely new city in the rugged Northwest. Just the earth moving alone cost a cool $2.5 billion. And that was before a single building even rose from the dust. Once complete, the Lanzhou New Area will cover 86 square kilometers and house around 3.5 million residents, roughly the population of Chicago. Government planners forecast a GDP contribution of $27 billion by 2030. Whether you view it as a bold bet on future migration patterns or a giant sandbox experiment, there's no denying the audacity. This megaproject isn't just about housing people. It's about testing new urban planning models. Lanzhou New Area is one of China's few officially designated state-level development zones in the western region. It's designed not only to absorb population overflow, but also to pilot smart city technologies, energy-efficient infrastructure, and green urban design, elements that could later be exported to other rapidly urbanizing parts of the country. On a philosophical level, Lanzhou New Area symbolizes China's willingness to rewrite the rules of geography to accommodate urbanization. As hundreds of millions continue migrating from rural villages to sprawling cities, the question is not whether to expand, but how far that ambition can go. Clearly, in China, if you need more space, you don't wait. You just bulldoze a path through a mountain. Number 2, Shanghai Tower. Time to crane our necks skyward. Standing at 632 meters, the Shanghai Tower is not merely the tallest building in China. It's an emblem of how engineering, architecture, and sustainable design can swirl together into one iconic silhouette. With a budget of around $4.2 billion, the Shanghai Tower spirals upward in 9 cylindrical segments, each a slight rotation from the one below, reducing wind load by 24%. Imagine an enormous piece of architectural origami that uses nature's own forces to save on building materials and maintenance. A double-layered glass facade acts like a thermal blanket, cutting energy consumption by roughly 21%. Each zone of the tower is essentially a mini-city: offices, luxury shopping, restaurants, green spaces, and observation decks. That means fewer reasons for occupants to venture outside, reducing transit times within the city. What many don't realize is that the Shanghai Tower's construction involved more than 20,000 workers over an 8-year period. It became a training ground for next-gen Chinese engineers and architects. The tower's foundation, for example, required driving over 1,000 concrete piles 86 meters into ground, each one a feat of precision. The design also cleverly uses a tuned mass damper near the top, stabilizing the building during typhoons and tremors. In terms of sustainability, Shanghai Tower holds LEED Platinum certification, an elite recognition for green buildings. It captures rainwater, recycles gray water, and generates a portion of its own power through vertical axis wind turbines. The design integrates passive solar heating and natural ventilation strategies, showing that in China, sustainability and spectacle are no longer separate conversations. They're one and the same. Perhaps the most jaw-dropping feature is the speed of the elevators. Clocking in at 74 kilometers per hour, these lifts feel like they're punching through time itself. In a city packed with super tall buildings, the Shanghai Tower's twisting form is a definitive statement of China's drive to innovate vertically. Number 3. The Hong Kong-Macau Bridge. Now we journey to the southern coast, where the Hong Kong-Macau Bridge stretches across the sea like an emblem of human ingenuity. Spanning 55 kilometers, this behemoth surpasses even the length of the English Channel Tunnel, and does so while grappling with typhoons, seismic faults, and shifting seabeds. Engineers face punishing weather, including over 500 typhoons during construction. Yet, the complex tapestry of long-span viaducts, undersea tunnels, and 2 massive artificial islands stands firm, shrugging off the formidable forces of nature. This bridge isn't just for cars. It's part of an intermodal strategy. It connects seamlessly to major ports, airports, and high-speed rail networks, streamlining both human and cargo movement across the Pearl River Delta. With customs facilities built into the artificial islands, the entire journey is engineered for minimal friction, creating an economic corridor that's as smooth as it is fast. What makes the engineering even more remarkable is the seabed. The region's shifting silt and deep water channels pose enormous challenges. To anchor the bridge and undersea tunnel, engineers developed innovative floating box structures and cutting-edge anti-corrosion materials. These were first tested in labs and simulations, then stress-tested in real-life typhoon scenarios before deployment. It's not just infrastructure. It's infrastructure with armor. Travel time between these vital economic hubs drops from 3 hours to just 30 minutes. The Greater Bay Area collectively boasts a GDP of roughly $1.9 trillion, making it one of the most economically vibrant regions on Earth. This isn't just a connector. It's a statement that even the ocean can be bridged when the national will is there. Number 4, the Taihu Tunnel. We've conquered mountains and soared into the skies. Now let's plunge underwater. The Taihu Tunnel in Jiangsu Province is China's longest and widest underwater road tunnel, stretching 10.79 kilometers beneath Lake Taihu. Costing billions and requiring uncountable man-hours, the tunnel carves a 6-lane highway, 17.45 meters wide, through one of China's largest freshwater lakes. Engineers contended with unstable lake beds, potential seismic activity, and the monumental task of ensuring the structure remains watertight for decades. What do drivers get out of it? A travel time reduced from nearly an hour around the lake to a mere 8 minutes. Inside, cutting-edge LED lighting creates a surreal, sci-fi ambience, guiding motorists to what feels like a futuristic subterranean voyage. Beyond convenience, the Taihu Tunnel demonstrates that no geographical obstacle is too intimidating for China's builders. Millions of tons of concrete and thousands of engineers converge to make this project a reality, a daily reminder for commuters that the future can literally be found beneath the waves. Number 5, Baidan Hydropower Plant. We arrive at a site where a torrent of cash meets a torrent of water. The Baidan Hydropower Plant. Perched on the Yangtze River, it stands as a $26 billion cathedral dedicated to renewable energy. Completed in just 5 years, a blink in megaproject time, the dam soars 289 meters high, akin to laying a 100-story skyscraper across a river. It houses 16 gigantic generators, lighting up tens of millions of households. The reservoir behind it is vast enough to fill over 8 million Olympic pools. The Baidan facility is not just a power plant. It's also a proving ground for China's next-gen hydroelectric technologies. Engineers here experimented with variable speed pump storage units and highly efficient turbines that adjust based on seasonal water flows. These innovations have since been replicated across smaller-scale projects in other provinces, effectively scaling the efficiency breakthroughs beyond a single site. The plan has a lesser-known but crucial role: flood management. Every year, the Yangtze River poses a threat to downstream provinces. The Baidan Dam's intelligent floodgate system can absorb and release water and control pulses, helping prevent catastrophic events. This dual-purpose design, energy generation and disaster mitigation, demonstrates a holistic approach to infrastructure where utility and resilience go hand in hand. Baidan doesn't stand alone. It's part of the broader Yangtze River hydropower system, generating a jaw-dropping 300 billion kilowatt-hours annually. That replaces roughly 90 million tons of coal and avoids 248 million tons of CO2 emissions, an environmental pivot point for a nation striving to keep its skies blue and its factories humming. Number 6. The Three Gorges Dam. Here's the megaproject that nearly everyone has heard of, the Three Gorges Dam. Arguably the heaviest object humanity has ever built, this hydroelectric colossus spans the Yangtze River, reshaping ecosystems, empowering cities, and generating endless controversy. Constructed at an estimated cost of $37 billion over 2 decades, the dam weighs in at a staggering 65.5 million tons, akin to stacking about 180 Empire State Buildings. With 34 massive turbines, it can produce 22,500 megawatts of electricity, enough to power entire nations. Beyond generating electricity, the Three Gorges Dam aims to curb the Yangtze's notorious floods. Critics, however, point to environmental upheavals, disrupted fish migration, submerged ecosystems, and a displacement of 1.3 million people. Still, it remains a defining symbol of China's resolve to tame nature on an unprecedented scale. Number 7. Fan Viaduct. Imagine a 2.5-kilometer-long freight train packed with coal and industrial supplies, rumbling across a structure upheld by 216 pillars, each the height of a 20-story building, plunging 91 meters into the earth. This is the Fan Viaduct, part of a nearly 2,000-kilometer strategic railway linking Inner Mongolia's coal heartlands to China's southern industries. The Fan Viaduct isn't merely an overpass, it's a logistical backbone. Billions of dollars and years of engineering went into ensuring these foundations can handle 200 million tons of cargo annually. Before the viaduct, trucks would form endless convoys, congesting highways and spewing emissions. By consolidating shipping via rail, China not only saves billions in transport costs, but also reduces pollution and congestion. Its national strategy elevated, literally, on pillars of steel and concrete. Number 8. Beijing Daxing Airport. Walking into Beijing Daxing International Airport feels like stepping into a sci-fi movie set. Nicknamed the Starfish for its unique terminal shape, this $63 billion aviation hub sprawls across 700,000 square meters. The design is deliberately passenger-friendly, with a central atrium that branches out like a starfish. Despite its enormous capacity, 100 million passengers a year, the terminal manages to be surprisingly intuitive to navigate. Completed in just 4 years, Daxing's layout integrates with high-speed rail and subways, minimizing door-to-door travel times. Featuring 4 runways with potential for 6, it's poised to become one of the busiest airports on Earth and a key node in China's global aviation ambitions. Number 9. Yantai Dalian Undersea Tunnel. Next comes what might be the most audacious project of all, the Yantai Dalian Undersea Tunnel. Though still under construction, this endeavor aims to be the longest underwater tunnel on the planet once finished. With a $27.8 billion price tag, the project plans to stretch 105 kilometers under the Bohai Strait, more than double the length of Europe's famed Channel Tunnel. Engineers face immense ocean pressure and complex seabed conditions, but they're forging ahead with 15-meter diameter tunnel boring machines. Currently, ferry or overland travel between Yantai and Dalian can take 8 hours. The completed tunnel is expected to reduce this to a swift 40 minutes, revolutionizing freight transport, tourism, and family visits alike. It's a colossal shortcut that underscores China's "build now, perfect later" mantra. Number 10. Chengdu Qianfu International Airport. Think Beijing Daxing is big? Chengdu Qianfu International Airport is another recent marvel, designed to catapult Western China onto the global stage. Opened in 2021, it has quickly become a crucial aviation and logistics hub. Phase 1 already accommodates 40 to 60 million passengers per year, comparable to major airports in the U.S. Future expansions aim for a capacity of 90 million. Dual terminals feature sleek, fluid designs that incorporate Sichuan's cultural motifs, from panda artworks to subtle nods to the region's natural beauty. With facial recognition security, automated baggage systems, and seamless high-speed rail links, Qianfu is a tech-forward airport It also anchors Chengdu's broader economic rise. The city is known for its thriving tech sector, manufacturing base, and of course, its legendary hot pot. The airport epitomizes China's strategy of build big and watch the region flourish. Number 11, the South-North Water Transfer Project. We've seen roads that cross seas, trains that shorten travel times, and airports that rival entire cityscapes. But when floods ravage the south while droughts hammer the north, China's solution is the South-North Water Transfer Project, the largest water diversion scheme ever undertaken. Valued at over $60 billion and climbing, the project consists of eastern, central, and western routes. Massive canals, tunnels, aqueducts, and pumping stations reroute billions of cubic meters of water from the Yangtze in the south to the parched Yellow River Basin in the north. Think of it as replumbing an entire continent. While it has alleviated some of Beijing's water stress, critics point to huge environmental disruptions, potential pollution issues, and the displacement of communities. Number 12, Beijing-Guangzhou High-Speed Rail. If you believe trains are old-fashioned, you haven't seen the bullet-fast revolution of the Beijing-Guangzhou High-Speed Rail, HSR. At 2,298 kilometers, it's the world's longest high-speed line, making the trip between two major metropolises a breeze. Trains clock in at 350 kilometers per hour, cutting what used to be a 20-plus hour journey by regular train to under 8 hours. For the hundreds of millions of passengers who use it annually, it's nothing short of transformative. HSR stations are catalysts for development. Property values spike, businesses relocate, and tourism booms. This line is also just one part of China's broader ambition to weave a 50,000-kilometer high-speed rail network crisscrossing the country. Debate its cost all you want. China is all in. Number 13, Shenzhen Metro Expansion. In a metropolis synonymous with rapid innovation and tech giants, the Shenzhen Metro Expansion is the next frontier of subterranean progress. Home to companies like Huawei and Tencent, Shenzhen has evolved from a fishing village into a hyper-connected megacity in just a few decades. Multiple expansion phases are underway, pushing the metro's length to well over 600 kilometers. Costs run into the tens of billions as engineers dig deeper, construct new lines, and introduce advanced automated trains. The system's capacity is set to double, aiming to handle millions more commuters every day. From buzzing downtown hubs like Fujian and Nanshan to the outskirts that are now blossoming with new tech zones, the metro stitches together the city's economic fabric. In typical Chinese style, each new line is completed at breakneck speed, reflecting Shenzhen's ethos of build fast, break boundaries. Number 14, China's artificial islands. Finally, we head out to the South China Sea, where China's artificial islands stand as a testament to the nation's capacity to engineer land out of water and stir global debate in the process. Over the past decade, China has used colossal dredging ships to create and expand islands on top of reefs and shoals. Thousands of tons of sand and rock are layered onto what were once maritime features barely breaking the surface. Military-grade structures, ports, runways, and even small communities have appeared practically overnight. While officially framed as efforts to develop research facilities or improve maritime safety, these islands also serve strategic and geopolitical purposes. Critics argue they upset ecological balances and escalate regional tensions. Supporters maintain they're symbols of national sovereignty and maritime strength. Regardless, they remain one of the most visually striking examples of China's willingness to reshape geography, literally, to meet its broader ambitions. We've just explored 14 of China's most staggering, gravity-defying, globe-shifting megaprojects. From tunnels burrowed beneath lakes and seas, to airports shaped like futuristic starfish, to mountains leveled for new cities, these endeavors aren't mere construction projects. They're monuments to the idea that impossible is just another design challenge. Each of these massive works addresses different needs: cutting travel times, generating power, ensuring water supply, fueling industries, or simply broadcasting national might on the global stage. And each arrives with controversies, environmental risks, displaced communities, cultural heritage losses, and staggering debts. Yet, in a nation where 1.4 billion people march toward development, the mantra often is, build now, perfect later. So, The question isn't whether China has the will to erect these monumental feats, but what audacious plan comes next? Will they build vertical cities on the moon, terraform deserts into farmland on a scale we can't yet fathom? If history is any guide, the answer is a resounding why not. Which of these 14 megaprojects blew your mind the most? Was it the city carved out of mountains, the starfish-shaped airport, or the undersea tunnel that challenges the ocean itself? Let us know in the comments. And remember, in China, the word impossible only exists until the next groundbreaking ceremony. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay ambitious, and catch you next time for another journey into the extraordinary.